In the interior of Sarawak, Malaysia, Iban communities live in longhouse villages surrounded by the rainforest. They have coexisted in this natural environment for generations. In that time, they have also become skilled farmers, working the land to plant crops for food and to sell. However, unsustainable farming practices can cause more harm than good to the community. Unsustainable practices lead to degraded habitat, and this would affect the community livelihood and a larger landscape in the long run. Two longhouses in Songkatibas, Rumah Peter and Rumah Dagum, realized this and aim to improve their farming practices. Rumah Peter is a small farming community that lives 2 hours away via longboat from the nearest town. Rumah Dagum, on the other hand, is the biggest pepper producer in Song, with over 8,000 pepper vines. They live right next to the rainforests. One of the most valuable crops that the longhouse communities in Song, Central Sarawak, is pepper.
When you think about local communities who live in rural areas, who live near the forest, pepper is something that has been handed down from generation to generation.
WWF-Malaysia is working with 2 Iban communities on sustainable pepper farming.
Sekarang ni saya mengusahakan lada hitam bersama dengan suami saya.
Saya sudah menceburi dalam penanaman lada ini ada lebih kurang 5 tahun.
Farmers like Peter and Lenny, they are taking a first step towards something that gives them a future. We are hoping that through this project, they will be able to not just be pepper farmers, but people who carry through that heritage of farming pepper in an area that's next to natural forest, but at the same time, it is something that they can improve their lives as well and that of their children.
Cabaran penanaman lada ini adalah banyak. Cabaran yang pertama, tiang yang paling susah kita nak dapat. Yang kedua, daripada penyakit dia. Yang ketiga, bajah. Jadi terpaksalah kita mengeluarkan sendiri punya duit lah.
For these communities, pepper is more than just a crop. It is a spice for life.
Pendapatan utama Rumah Dagum ini ialah dari berkebun lada hitam. Selain itu, menangkap ikan.
It is common for farmers to store dried pepper berries in their longhouses.
Memang dari dulu, kami menyimpan lada dalam rumah, lebih selamat.
Unfortunately, a fire in September 2018 razed Rumah Dagum to the ground, and they lost their entire pepper stock.
Kerugian di Rumah Dagum masa kebakaran itu adalah terlalu banyak. Bagi lada hitam, kerugian di Rumah Dagum ialah 150 guni, bersama dengan 8 tan.
One of the things that they lost was the pepper storage area. The entire store burned down. So the first thing we did was to help them rebuild that storage area so that the pepper can have a place where they can store it. And once they have that, then we will continue with the project with them.
WWF-Malaysia hopes to help the communities to increase their yield without incurring extra pressure on the land and environment. For this to happen, we hope to bring in experts' advice, training, and exposure to eco-friendly farming methods.
Selepas kita belajar daripada WWF, jadi lada kita pada masa sekarang ada lebih cantik lagi lah. Sebab kita sudah tahu macam mana silok-bilok mengerjakan pokok lada. Macam mana kita mengawal serangga pun kita sudah tahu. Mengawal kulat pun kita sudah tahu.
So for longhouses like Rumah Dagum and Rumah Peter, our hope is that they become co-managers of their natural resources, but at the same time, they have that heritage of pepper in their livelihood that can sustain them for generations to come. So the idea is for us to help them to improve their production, to help them with their marketing and sales. But at the same time, we hope that we can improve to produce more pepper in the same area instead of clearing more forest. But very importantly, we also want them to have this sense of ownership and stewardship over the forest that surround them as well.
Harapan saya dengan penduduk kampung supaya hubungan kami dengan WWF, dengan hubungan penduduk kampung Nangamakut akan berterusan.
Supaya ekonomi di rumah panjang lebih meningkat lagi, lebih bagus lagi. Saya berharap rakyat di rumah panjang ataupun di hulu sungai sini berbudi kepada tanah. Kalau kita berbudi kepada tanah, tanah pun memberi kita pulangan hasil yang banyak.
This is a new chapter for pepper farmers on sustainability and another step towards bridging people with nature for WWF.